a student, or you might be a corporate, or you might be a business owner, or you might be a housemaker, doesn't really matter. Generally, we are all the captives of our thoughts. Yes, we are all captive of our thoughts, captives of our thoughts. And you know how these thoughts are formed? These thoughts are formed, very few of the thoughts are formed from our own personal learning. Most of the thoughts are induced upon us since our childhood. Our mother, our father, our brother, our sister, teacher, friends. Human learning is induced learning, right? You look at things, you look at people, you look at what they do, and then you kind of start learning and doing them. Whereas now, what is the quality that they induce into you, that they ensure that you are learning? There is no quality check. But then when you start and when you begin to learn, you can always have a choice to pick the right quality product and then start learning, right? So who are we? We are made up of our learnings. We are made up of our thoughts. We are made up of our belief systems. And we are the captives of our thoughts. Yeah. And one of those thoughts is telling you right now that, hey, 10x growth is a myth. It is not really practical to achieve 10x growth. It is far beyond of achievement, right? In whatsoever realms it is, whether in your studies or whether in your job or in your business. Those are the thoughts that might be confining us. And this workshop is going to break those thoughts, those bondages, those thoughts that are holding you captive, right, all these years. And you're going to rewire and reprogram your mind and your thoughts. Let me give you a small example. I'm sure some of you would have heard this story before, but let me tell you how influential and how powerful these thoughts would be. There was an elephant, part of a circus. The elephant was born in the circus and was raised in the circus. And after a couple of years, many years, the elephant has become one of the biggest attractions of that circus. The circus, every evening it happens in the town. Multiple episodes that happen in the evenings. Fleets of bikes, walking on the rope, monkeys doing certain things, foxes and dogs playing football, multiple activities that would happen. But then, towards the end of the show, comes this gigantic elephant. When it walks on the stage, the audience and the people around it can feel the vibrations on the stage and on the earth. And this elephant walks in majesty, and this elephant walks in full strength. And this elephant does certain feats there. Now, this elephant never failed to amuse and amaze people who are his audience. So powerful, so strong, so sharp. And eventually this elephant has become the showstopper and the showpiece and the talk of the town. Everybody would come to the circus only to witness this elephant. Right? And one day, a very, very unfortunate thing happened. Because of a short circuit, the entire circus got charred to dust. It was a short circuit, a fire accident, and the whole circus has come to ashes. Few animals escaped, few people escaped, but many of the staff and the animals succumbed to that fire accident. Now, the surprising factor in this story was that this great, strong animal also died where it was. Yeah. And that was a shocker to the people in the town, to those left behind in the circus, and even to the authorities and the police. Why? Because the elephant, this great strong elephant, was standing there, and then it collapsed in the pool of fire, and now what is left is just the ashes of this elephant. The elephant was dead. They were surprised of how can this elephant be dead, because it was not even in a cage. It was out. But this elephant was tied to a small nail. I want you to see this. Understand, right? This elephant was tied to this small nail. The nail is so small. The string is so small. All it takes for the elephant is to just move its leg, and then the nail would be out of its ground. But then the elephant succumbed to the fire accident. Why? Let me tell you. This is a very, very profound story. I want you to really pay attention and understand. That's because from the time this elephant was born, the elephant was tied to that nail. And when the elephant was a baby elephant, the nail's strength was strong enough to keep that vehicle in its place. The vehicle would have tried multiple times in the past while it was growing up to come out of that bondage, but every time the nail and its strength prevailed. So the elephant grew up with these thoughts, and the elephant was captive to his thought that this nail and the chain is too strong to break. You understand? Are you getting? Look at what happened to the elephant. It believed, maybe when it experienced for the first time it was right, maybe the second time, third time it was right, but then because the experience repeated to it, it finally believed that the elephant doesn't have enough strength to break that chain or that nail. And so, even at the time of that fire accident, the elephant was captive to its thoughts that the nail and the chain is stronger than the gigantic power of the elephant, and the elephant succumbed to the fire accident. My friends, look at this. Look at this story. Most of the times, as we were brought up, as we grew up in life, as we gained experiences behind our back, we believe things which may not necessarily be true. We assume things which may not necessarily be true. And then we become captives. We become captives of those thoughts. You're able to get it? And now is the time that we go back to those thoughts, rewire them, remove those nails and the chains that are holding us from unleashing our full inherent potential that we have in us, and creating a great impact to our own lives and to the lives of people around. Are you excited? Did you recognize yourself with the story of the elephant? If so, write it down. Write it down in the comment. I'm going to see and respond to each of those comments. Write it down. Did you recognize yourself with the elephant? Are you also captive to your thoughts? Not really unleashing the fullest potential that you have? Don't worry. Maybe that was the case until now, but it is not going to be the case going forward. And it's my responsibility to ensure that you are transformed into a person who makes 10x growth a habit, a possibility, and a story of demonstration to people around. Yes? Excellent.